Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, President of Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency James Wahadja, Second Vice President of Republic of South Sudan, Your Excellency Joseph Butare, Second Vice President of Republic of Burundi, Your Excellency Dr. Ali Shein, President of Zanzibar, the Second Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, the Chairperson of the Council of the Ministers, Dr. Mahiga, Honorable Ministers who are here, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Richard Sesbera, Secretary General of the East Africa Secretariat, the Honorable Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, His Lordship Judge President of the East African Court of Justice, distinguished member of the Diplomatic Corps, Regional Commissioner for Arusha, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, sincerely let me say that I feel greatly honored to be with you at this particular moment. Just allow me, as your host and the outgoing chair of our community, to welcome Your Excellencies and your respective delegations to Tanzania, and particularly in Arusha, to attend this 17th East Africa Community Summit. I'm very grateful that you have found time out of your busy schedule to attend this important summit. Your Excellencies, this being my first meeting as a member of the summit, I feel humble yet extremely honored to be able to address Your Excellencies. As you are aware, I assumed the office as the President of the United Republic of Tanzania in November 2015, following my victory in the general election last October. Allow me, therefore, to take the advantage of this occasion to thank you once again for the kind messages of congratulations you extended to me and my party for winning election. I was particularly touched by your commitment to cooperate and collaborate with my government. May I also take this opportunity to reiterate my personal and my government's readiness and commitment to work with your East Africa community, partner states for political and economic development of our countries. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, a year and a couple of days ago in February 2015 in Nairobi, Kenya, Tanzania assumed the chairmanship of this organization. Being chair of this community is an honor to me personally and to the government and the people of Tanzania. I would therefore like to take this opportunity to once again express my sincere gratitude to Your Excellencies for bestowing Tanzania the honor to chair the affair of this community during the said period. However, Your Excellencies, you will agree with me that when you assume the role of chairmanship of an organization, you always pray that at the end of your term of office, you would leave the organization at its best than it was when you started. Accordingly, when I look back during the past 12 months of the chairmanship of Tanzania as a newcomer to this summit, and of course you agree with me that I'm really a newcomer, I feel impressed that our organization has registered tremendous achievements. The chairperson of the Council of Ministers will shortly provide us with the detailed report on the achievements we recorded during the past 12 months. However, I would be failing in my duty as a chairperson if I want to highlight a few of them. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, during the past 12 months, immense strides have been made in pursuit of the original integration agenda. On the political front, our community has continued to support and assist partner states in strengthening democracy and good governance. During that period, 3 of our partner states, namely Burundi, my own country Tanzania and Uganda, held their general elections, while Rwanda held a referendum on the constitution amendment. The community deployed election observers mission in all the 3 countries. This election saw the incumbent president in Burundi, His Excellency Pierre Nkurunziza, and Yoweri Museveni in Uganda be elected, while in Tanzania a new president was elected. And that president, of course, is none other than John Pombe Joseph Magufuli. It is a privilege to address you now. I am sure you will all join me in congratulating once again President Nkurunziza and Museveni for resounding electoral victories. In the same way, I wish to congratulate the people of Rwanda and His Excellency Paul Kagame for a positive result on the referendum for the Constitution amendment. We in Tanzania are very grateful for the support you extended to us during our general election last year. As the famous Swahili saying goes, "Faye kwa dhiki ndiye rafiki kwa kweli," which literally means a friend indeed is a friend indeed. The election in the 3 partner states have demonstrated to the world that democracy, reign, and the democratic value are deepening in our region. Yes, there have been some shortcomings in the conduct of these elections, but these shortcomings are not enough to discredit the outcomes. I am sure that respective partner states have taken note of the recommendations provided by various local and international elections observers nations, which with a view to improve future elections. In relation to the peace and security, our community continues to play its role of assuring that peace and security is maintained in the region. We do so because we believe peace and security are necessary prerequisites for the socio-economic development and for transformation. There can be no development without peace. In this respect, as a result of the deteriorating security situation in Burundi relating to the country's 2015 general elections, 3 East Africa Community Emergency Summit was held in Dar es Salaam. The last summit was held in July 2015, after which His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni was requested to facilitate talks between political stakeholders in Burundi. As you all know very well, the negotiations are still ongoing. I would like to take this opportunity to commend His Excellency President Museveni for working tirelessly in assisting our brothers and sisters in Burundi in resolving their differences. I also wish to request the parties concerned in Burundi to cooperate with him and to refrain from violence and the use of force. In the same vein, I urge all the member states of the East Africa community and the international community at large to continue to render the required support to Burundi so that lasting peace could be achieved. Your Excellencies, on the occasion front, on the economic front, the past 12 months were very exciting. Trade in the region has increased tremendously, and all partner states are continuing to realize the benefit of our integration. It is obvious that addressing the non-tariff barrier will further improve trade between partner states for the benefit of the East Africans. A lot has also been achieved towards improving our custom unions. In this respect, in October 2015, the new East Africa Rules of Origin were adopted, and their implementation has been started. The new East Africa Community Rules of Origin, which have been simplified in order to boost intra-East Africa community trade, will no doubt bring about enormous increase in intra-East Africa community trade in the days ahead. In the same vein, the work towards full operationalization of the East African Single Customs Territory is progressing very well. Most of the procedures and the standards for moving goods through the East Africa Community Customs Territory have been harmonized. A system to enable exchange of information between cargo clearance agencies has been developed and adopted. I'm informed that as a result of this, number of days for transporting cargo from the port of Dar es Salaam to Kigali and Bujumbura has now declined from 20 to 3 days, while from Mombasa port to Kampala has come down from 18 to 4 days. And the number of days from Mombasa to Kigali has also declined significantly from 21 to 6 days. It is obvious that this decline has cut down the cost of doing business in the region, which is critical for competitiveness and consequently lowering the price to the final customers. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, with regard to the common market, tremendous effort have been put by partner states in amending their national laws to conform to the requirements of the common market protocol. We nevertheless ought to increase the pace of amending our national laws to secure full realization of the benefits of the East Africa Community common market. This is important because the proper implementation of the East Africa Community common market will propel our region into the next stage of our regional integration, that is monetary union by 2022. The exit of the East Africa Community Monetary Union is expected to bring more impact in the community in terms of reduction of costs and the risk of doing business between citizens of East Africa through the use of single currency. In this respect, I am glad to inform you that during the past 1 year, the East Africa Community Task Force has concluded negotiations on the draft bill for the establishing the East African Monetary Institutes, EAMI, and the draft and gentlemen, another important milestone that we have achieved during the past 12 months was the launch of COMESA East Africa SADC Tripartite Free Trade Area in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt in June 2015. By uniting 26 countries, which collectively are well endowed with vast natural resources and a combined population of 630 million, we have paved the way for a greater prosperity of faster integrations of our respective regions and the continent at large. This will not only be very beneficial to our business community, who I'm happy to hear that they are here today, our procedures and the manufacturers and the farmers, but it will also, more importantly, elevate the image and the position of our community in the international trade and development arena. Furthermore, during the same period, the East Africa Community Partner States and the European Union managed to legally create the East Africa Europe in October 2014. Completion of the process of legal scrambling of the EPA text paves a way for contracting parties to start the process of translating of the agreement in 221 languages used in the European Union and Kiswahili in order to allow parties to sign and ratify the same prior to its implementation. Similarly, during the past 1 year, the East Africa Community, partner states and the USA concluded and signed cooperation agreement on the trade facilitation, sanitary and phytosanitary SPS, measures and technical barriers to trade TBT. This agreement will enable East Africa Cooperation partner states to meet their trade facilitations commitments under the WTO and consequently enhance the East Africa Community export to USA. We have scored all these achievements, Your Excellencies, thanks to your support and cooperation. For this reason, I would like to thank you for the support you rendered to Tanzania during the past 1 year of its chairmanship. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the East Africa Community integration was a dream of our forefathers and a luminary vision of successive leadership of this region, which was sought to make our sub-region an example of unity of purpose and share the aspirations of regional political and economic cooperations and integrations. Since its inception in 2000, the community has witnessed significant achievement. Several critical milestones have been achieved in the integration process. We have operationalizations, the Customs Union signed the East Africa Common Market Protocol, while efforts are underway to establish the East Africa Monetary Code. As we celebrate the achievement attained last year, and those of the East Africa community since its inception, Your Excellencies, we should also be aware that the several measures still needed to be taken for our people to fully reap the benefits of our region integrations. Allow me to highlight two of them. First, there is a need for our region to industrialize. Our region is well endowed with abundant natural and other resources. These include millions of acres of arable land, millions of cattle. I have been told that in Tanzania we have more than 22 millions of cattle. I don't know how much they have in Kenya and Uganda and so on. But we have also a huge market of more than 145 million people. But our region is also located in a very strategic position. There is a critical factor for industrialization. It is sad to note that we are a preliminary supplier of raw material with very few industries in our region. As a result, we consume what we don't produce, and we produce what we don't consume. This trend must stop. We should know that by exporting raw material, we are also simply exporting jobs. If we industrialize of our economies, we will not only help our region to achieve fast economic growth, but also tackle the poverty and unemployment challenges facing our people. I am glad to note that promotion of textile and leather industries are among the items in our agenda today. I would have been more pleased if the agenda would have been promotion of value addition industries in our region. Nevertheless, let me accept what is on the table. I am confident that at the end of our deliberations we shall come up with concrete proposals on the way forward to promote textile and leather industries in our region. It is time now we walk to talk. Your Excellencies, the second issue I want to speak about, it have already been talked by His Excellency Dr. Sezibera, the Secretary General, is the use of Kiswahili in activities of our community and the region at large. Dr. Joshua Fishman, a world-renowned socialist and expert on language, once noted, and I quote, "A common indigenous language in the modern national states is a powerful factor of unity. It promotes a feeling of single community. Additionally, it makes possible the expansion of ideas, economic targets, and the cultural identity. End of the quote. This wise quote simply informs us that indigenous or local language is a powerful instrument to increase interaction among citizens and also in the promotion of the socio-economic development. In a given region, like in our region we have our Kiswahili. I know Article number 137(2) of the treaty establishing the East Africa Community states that Kiswahili shall be developed as a lingua franca of the community. My appeal to you, Your Excellencies, is that we should take a bold step to elevate Kiswahili to the status it deserves by making it an official language of the community, just like English. It is ironic that the African Union has accepted Kiswahili and uses in the African Union Summit. But in East Africa Cooperation, where Kiswahili originates, we are shying away from it. And actually we are preparing English, which actually is being talked by the people 1,000 or 2,000 from here. We are supposed to change. Your Excellencies, I cannot conclude my speech without acknowledging the contribution of my immediate predecessor, His Excellency Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, former President of the United Republic of Tanzania. As you are aware, my predecessor chaired the community for almost 8 months. This is to say I had, so to speak, barely chaired this community for just 4 months. Allow me therefore to take this opportunity to thank him very sincerely for his outstanding work of steering the affairs of this organization last year, and also for his invaluable contribution to our community during the past 10 years as President of the United Republic of Tanzania. As I expect the handover the matter of the chairmanship to the new chair of our community, I would also like to thank all the staff of the Secretariat for a job well done. I know it is obvious to single people out, but I will do it anyway as the personal concerns deserve to be singled out. I would like to pay a glowing tribute to our Secretary General, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Richard Sezibera, for his outstanding work over the past 12 months. I'm reliably informed that it is a customary on your part to accomplish outstanding and difficult tasks. And as an illustration of this virtue, South Sudan will shortly be admitted as the new member of this community. This achievement has been possible through your tireless effort, for which I would sincerely wish to say bravo. And on your own language, I could say, ulakoze ye mtama. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, let me once again state the obvious that Tanzania attaches great importance to the East Africa community. We will continue to work with the East Africa community partner states to promote our integration agenda for the benefit of our country and the people. With this remark, I wish to declare that the 17th Ordinary Summit of the Head of States is officially opened. I wish Your Excellency and the fruitful deliberations at this summit. God bless East Africa community. God bless Africa. I thank you for your kind attention. Ninawashukuru sana, asanteni sana na karibuni sana Arusha.